Yes people, what is good? I am BA, back once again with the finale reaction to the True Detective series. This series has been quality the entire way through and I just cannot wait for this finale. I've been thinking about it all week. Last episode, Cole and Hart finally sort of reconciled to work together in the present time. Cole showed Hart his lockup with all the weird bits of evidence he'd found, including that fucking sickening videotape proving that Reverend Tuttle was in fact directly involved with these killings. And from there, Hart started to dig deep for files and also had a little chat with that sheriff. He knew from his first interaction with him that he was bullshitting, so he got him to have another meeting with him under the guise of a little fishing trip. Cole was on the back of the boat with a gun, and when the sheriff gave them answers they didn't like that time, they straight up put the guns on him, and I do not know where it's gonna go from there, but oh shit, it's going down. And then on top of that, those two other detectives who were interviewing Cole and Hart and shit in the present time drove right past the guy on a lawnmower who seemingly was just a non-character, but then he stepped out of the sun glare covered in his face only to reveal that he is the scarred man. He also said that he works up and down the coast, which is in perfect correspondence with the missing people all along the bayou line, and he works the gardens in all the graveyards and churches and schools. So that is a perfect link for him to be in a place to scout targets, kidnap targets. This is definitely the kidnapper. I still don't think this guy is the head of the organisation, but he is definitely the kidnapper. Now Pig, one of my patrons, said, "We've seen this guy in an earlier episode." I was racking my brain and for the life of me I cannot picture where we've seen him before. I swear I would have recognised the facial scars unless he was covered in them in some way, with a beard maybe. As soon as this episode's over I'm going to backtrack and see where the fuck this dude popped up previously. I cannot believe I missed him first time. But yeah, all that aside, this is it people, the finale. This is episode 8 of True Detective, Form and Void. Let's check it out and see what it's saying to it. I'm gonna miss this goddamn theme song. That comment that Pig made to me has stuck with me since he said it to me yesterday. Where the fuck have I seen that lawnmower guy before? The only thing I can think is when they were maybe driving to the church or the ranch in the earlier episodes, he popped up as a quick guy that gave them help and again was covered by sun glare. It's the only thing I can think. He wasn't in jail? Was he maybe in the background in the outdoor church scene? I have no idea. I'm gonna do a deep dive after this episode, don't you worry Pig. I will see this motherfucker for the first time.
Them flies are getting thick.
Creepy drawings straight away.
Heat ain't helping. Well, reckon you'll keep another day.
This is fucking disgusting.
Bye, Daddy.
What the fuck? Who the fuck was that? Oh, this guy's such a scumbag. I'm desperately trying to think where I've seen this guy.
You have a good walk?
Yes, my dear. Top-notch walk this morning.
Why is he talking like that?
Would that they had eyes to see.
Hey, don't you give Miss Billionaire them dirty feet.
What a shithole he lives in as well. These guys are hoarders. He definitely doesn't seem like he would lead a cult. Man, that house looks like if you grazed yourself off a wall you'd catch chlamydia.
Ascension removes me from the disc and the loop. I'm near final stage.
Why is he talking like this?
You're gonna make fun of me again.
No, why to do a thing like that, huh? Is it because you're nae so bright?
This guy seemed slow last episode, now he seems slightly more intelligent than I first gave him credit for. But still, why the fucking accent, mate? This is the sex scene we did not want to see. Possibly one of the grossest sex scenes I've ever seen. Damn, they are just in the middle of absolute nowhere as well.
Take it out of the bag and put it in the machine.
They've brought him the videotape. Surely if he's involved, he already knows all this shit they've done. Such a fucked up videotape as well. Someone needs to just snap and burn this thing.
Jesus Christ. Why are you showing me this?
So if he's reacting like that, maybe he wasn't actually there?
File said, report made an error. I never wrote that.
Maybe this guy isn't directly involved, but he was certainly complicit and knew that more was going on than what appeared. Maybe he didn't know how extreme.
Later that year, I was in state CID on Ted's recommendation. Nobody ever gave me a reason to second guess it. His chain of command.
I'm not sure though, because he was definitely lying last episode, so he's trying to cover something up. Oh shit, there's the guy. Just essentially scouting his targets. That's so fucked up.
Up there.
Oh, fuck this guy. This guy is one of the creepiest characters I've had the displeasure of reacting to on this channel. Absolute piece of shit. I'd love 5 minutes in a torture chamber with that fucking prick.
All findings are with lawyers ready to be forwarded to media outlets, Fed, CID, U.S. attorneys.
Hopefully that works for them, because this guy will want to go back and tell whoever needs to know straight away what they did.
One other thing, Steve. Got an old sniper pal, all right? Contract's already been paid. Me or Marty, we see cuffs or coffins, you're gonna end up in the dirt.
That's like the Walter White threat in Breaking Bad when he said to that couple that he's got snipers on them. Holy shit. Except Matthew McConaughey is 100% serious. I thought he was bluffing. No way.
I strike you as more of a talker or a doer, Steve?
That's my fucking car!
This dude is really focusing on the wrong issues here. Fuck your car, mate. That's cool. I thought he was bluffing like Walter White. He is legit meaning it. He has paid that guy to take him out.
What else is there? Case files. You want pre-98 or after? After.
He knows for a fact there'll be less files after 98. Has Hart just figured something out?
Why green ears? I mean, assuming that's our guy.
I don't know exactly.
He definitely looks like he's thinking about something.
Does that look like a fresh paint job to you?
Definitely does.
Green ears.
Yeah. Maybe they were sticking out his hat. Maybe he painted that house.
Shit, that is some good detective work by Hart. He hasn't had the most intuition this series, but that is a very good spot by Hart.
We went at it. Day you quit. Were you holding back?
I 100% think Cole was holding back a bit.
It seems pretty damn arrogant to hold back in a fight with me.
Kinda true, but also it feels like he probably deserved it in that moment.
When she told me, she said, not to blame you, that wasn't your choice.
Everybody's got a choice, Marty.
True. It's not like she raped him, but she was very, very pushy.
You know, she couldn't have used you. You didn't want some.
There you go.
Hart did deserve it at the time, but he didn't deserve it in that way.
She came by the bar.
What? When?
She was just checking on you. Want to make sure I wasn't getting you in any trouble. Reckon it was best to just avoid her name.
Yeah, kind of a good idea probably not to mention her straight away. It's a bit weird she goes to see him at the bar.
It's hard to find something in a man who rejects people as much as you do. You know that?
I kind of see his point. He is pretty judgmental.
We craft those identities by making value judgments. Everybody judges all the time.
I also see his point, but he has essentially spun it back round to Hart. But you can't fault Cole's logic, really. It's true, everyone, even if they try not to be judgmental, is judging everyone for small things every day. It's how we build opinions on people, really. I try not to, but I'm sure I do it subconsciously as well.
We didn't live here back then. This is my grandma's place.
Grandma, she still with us?
Alive, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's in an old folks' place, Abbeville.
So it was the grandmother's house. I wonder if she knew the guy with the facial scars.
I did. Yes, I did. A nice green.
It's nice to see her still able-minded. When the guy said she was in a care home there, I was worried she was just going to be another person away with the fairies, with no good information to give.
I remember they charged $250 for the whole house exterior.
That's quite a deal.
My husband, Butch, he was offshore for city services.
Did he pay his taxes?
Always. A lot of good it did him.
Trust the tax man to want to know that information.
Here we go. Business license, first issued to Billy Childress, 1978. Same name as that.
Sheriff.
Yeah.
Same name as the sheriff, did he just say? So is the guy with the scars related to the sheriff?
It looks like they did maintenance for a lot of schools, playgrounds, cemeteries.
Oh, they are onto this cunt now.
Address DMV, old license. Highway 27 South.
So this is them. They are onto this guy now. Oh, please stop showing us the disgusting sex scenes of these fucking horrible people. Gross.
24 hours passes and I don't stop you. Mail them all out. Then lay low a while.
Oh, I hope this guy follows these orders. Please tell me this guy at the bar isn't in some way in on it as well. He's putting a lot of faith in that one guy. Hopefully he is a solid dude. But I believe he was also the sniper, so he should be fine.
What have you two been doing? All those late nights? Your offices the last month?
Christ. So that's it? That's all you got?
Surely this guy should be more interested if, in some way, they think he's getting to the bottom of it.
It points in every direction but him, huh?
Man, I knew you were going to say that.
You know something, you're obstructing.
We don't know.
This guy is dead set on this Cole theory.
You're speaking riddles to me, white man. You sound like Cole. Again.
We get something, do you want the call or you want it to go to someone else?
I don't trust this guy one bit. He seems like he's just dead set on getting Cole and nothing else.
Still see things ever?
It never stops, not really. What happened in my head is not something that gets better.
That's fucked up, the drug testing they did on him, and all the drugs he's taken, just forever affecting him. Man, usually I'm cracking jokes and breaking balls all the way through films, but when it's a show, you get so invested. I've got like no time for comedy. I need to get to the bottom of this shit just as much as they do.
I'll go ask.
Marty. This is the place.
How is he so sure? I mean, I believe he's right, but how is he so sure? Please tell me Cole isn't actually in on this and he's been fooling me the whole season.
We don't have no phone, mister.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah. No, I said! Stop it over there! I kick you!
What a fucking bitch. Don't kick your dog. If any of you have got a dog out there, trust me, you never need to hit it for it to be a good dog. Dogs understand with more than just physical violence.
Where is he?
All around us. Before you were born. And after you die.
She's given incredibly creepy responses.
Marty, clear the house!
Oh shit. He's over at the little hut where Cole's going to. Oh, this is tense. Don't die, Cole. Oh my god, he just fucking killed the dog.
On your knees, now!
No.
Oh no. Fuck. Oh, this is so tense. What an absolute shithole. Rednecks have been done such a fucking injustice by cinema, by the way. Anytime I'm out in the wilderness in the USA South and I come across a country house, I'm going to automatically assume they are horrific murderers. Especially if I see a porcelain doll with a missing eye. Thankfully, Tucker and Dale vs. Evil rectified it a little bit. What the fuck? Oh my god. I thought this was another kidnapped person. It's just the wife.
Come in here with me.
Oh, be careful, guys. This guy seems like he's probably got some tricks up his sleeve. He seems like a right slippery fish. Probably not the best way to describe this absolute piece of shit. He's a piece of shit slippery fish. Flapping. Oh my god. So that guy had his mouth stitched shut. Fucking hell. This is real House of Horrors stuff. This is like a little maze as well, naturally made, and it's so hard to deal with when the guy's on like his home turf advantage. This is exactly where he wants Cole to come through. Oh man, if I was Cole I would have waited outside for Hart. What the fuck is that? It's like some ancient building reclaimed by nature. Was that maybe what the guy in jail was talking about earlier as well? Like surrounded by stones, sacrifices in the middle of nowhere. Is that the location?
Did the bride's pay? This is Carcosa.
This is Carcosa. That's what that black old lady was talking about.
You blessed virgin. The wall.
This guy's voiceover is creepy as fuck. Oh wow, there's a lot of dead bodies here. Fuck, if I was Cole I would have definitely waited for Hart. You definitely want someone watching your six in this situation. Oh my god, just the sheer amount of bodies that those clothes must have came off. The set design in this place is incredible, by the way. Certainly a fitting layer for such a horrible piece of shit. Is this like an old church or something? Is that a throne or a sacrificial altar maybe? What the fuck? This is the wrong time to start seeing things, Cole. Oh fuck. Ah shit. Oh shit. Fucking hell, this guy's strong as well. Oh, hurry up, Hart. Hurry the fuck up, Hart. Nice. Good headbutt. He's been stabbed quite badly in the stomach though. That's a brutal wound. Cole might not survive this. Fucking hell, what? He took the gunshots and threw the fucking axe in his chest. Fucking hell. This is not looking good. Yes, fuck you. Good shot, Cole. Oh my god, they might both be fatally wounded here. Oh shit. That is so deep, man. I can't see him surviving this.
It ain't bad. It ain't bad.
It's pretty bad. Fucking hell, that was so tense. So well done.
Give me a forward team in the house. Give me a second team on that back house.
Well, at least the cavalry's shown up.
Here! Here, we're here!
Yeah, I think Hart's gonna survive and Cole has actually just died. Oh, don't leave it there. Please show me what happens afterwards.
Saying my friend's name.
I think Cole's probably died.
No records. Girl was at least a half-sister. DNA comparison.
Stop.
That's fucking horrible.
One of them matched our Lake Charles case. Another matched Dora Lane's wounds. Had his prints. Look, man, we owe you on this collar.
So it was 100% that guy.
Been in a coma since surgery.
Oh, he's still alive. Wow, well that's better than I thought. I thought he was dead.
So good to see you. Didn't expect you.
Oh, that's cool, man. Maybe there's hope for him and his wife yet.
I am fine.
Oh man, it's so fucked up. The things they had to see to solve this case. At least they got to the bottom of it.
Errol William Childress. It's a story that first broke nationwide 2 weeks ago when two former police officers, now private detectives, released information to a number of news and law enforcement.
It's so good it got out to the news though. That's fucking amazing. No cover up can be done now. Hey, he's up. No way, I wasn't expecting this. I literally thought he died. Look at him looking all Jesus-like. Job well done, boys. Job well done. This was an amazing finale.
What are you doing here? Nothing. Nurse said I could come in.
Nice.
I was gonna leave, but then you woke up. Jesus, what's your fucking problem?
Yeah, man. He's your partner.
He was mowing that schoolyard in Pelican Island, 95. I couldn't tell how tall he was.
Ah, shit. So that's where we saw him before.
We didn't get them all.
Yeah, and we ain't gonna get them all. That ain't what kind of world it is, but we got ours.
That is true. I mean, they got one of the clear main perpetrators of this shit. He should be happy at least.
Why?
Don't ever change, man.
I cannot believe season 2 didn't pick up with these two characters. Oh, it's such a great team. This place should be fucking bulldozed. Such an interesting place for a series as well, the Louisiana Bayous. I love the song Amos Moses as well. Now I'm gonna think Amos Moses was a fucking murderer. Around 45 minutes southeast of Tippito, Louisiana, you will find dead bodies.
Oh, hey. Brought you something.
Oh wow, a gift. What a progression in the friendship this is.
We were getting engaged, I got a nicer ribbon.
It was a very nice ribbon, Hart. Don't sell yourself short.
Yeah.
Let's get up on this roof, huh?
Good idea.
Nice. Box of cigarettes. That's all he needs. Put a smile right on his face.
Yeah, I'd have let you and rip out your fucking stitches. Stop it.
I love their friendship.
There was a moment, I know, when I was under in the dark, that something, whatever I'd been reduced to.
Did he want to die?
I could feel, man. And I knew my daughter waited for me.
Damn, is Cole getting religious on us?
It was like I was a part of everything that I ever loved. And we were all, the three of us just fading out.
I guess that's kind of bittersweet. Don't think about it like you should have died there. Think about it like whenever you do die, she'll still be there waiting for you. This is such a good acting performance by Matthew McConaughey.
Then I woke up.
Matthew McConaughey is some actor.
Light versus dark.
I've been saying it the last few episodes, but this has been an incredible series, really. Especially if you're a deep thinker. I feel like you get something more from this show than just watching it on surface level.
Jesus. No. You know what? I'd protest.
Damn.
But it occurs to me that you're unkillable.
Maybe a bit too early for this, but I respect his will and determination to walk the fuck out of there without a wheelchair.
Once there is only dark. Yes, any lights winning.
It's a good way to look at it. Great way to end the show. Okay, and that was the finale of True Detective, Form and Void, and I will be back in just a minute with my thoughts on that. So, Form and Void, what did I think of that? What an absolutely incredible finale that was. I was gripped the entire first half, and I found, the last little third there when they were recovering and having those conversations actually very deep and quite moving. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, so let's start at the start. They finally got to the right guy. It was, I believe, a Childress, I think was his surname, so a direct relative to the governor and the Tuttle family. It was the correct house. There was no beating around the bush. They got there. Matthew McConaughey instantly knew this was the right place, and from there we had such a tense sort of cat and mouse chase through that maze-like old church place. This guy was a formidable physical force as well. The fact he was able to wound both of them, I thought for sure Cole was dead. He took a deep knife stab wound into the stomach, which is quite a hard one to recover from depending on what organs it punctures, etc. Now, for sure, to be stabbed in the lower half of your torso is where you want to be stabbed if you're getting stabbed, don't get me wrong, but there is still a high chance of fatality from such a wound. And yeah, just the way Cole was laying there, almost at peace, he got his man, he put the final bullet in his head. I thought, oh no, this series is going to end with Cole dying. I'm so happy they did not take that morbid route and Cole did survive, but holy shit, this guy was a powerhouse. The fact that he was fucking kidnapping weak people and he was able to basically take on two armed detectives with nothing but melee weapons shows how much of a brutal piece of shit he was. As Cole said, they still didn't get them all. There's no way that this guy was the absolute brains behind the situation, but at least whatever group he was part of now no longer have their primary kidnapper and acquirer of victims. He was definitely that. And as much as I'd love to have seen him face justice, the best justice he could have possibly faced was probably to die. Granted, in a far more brutal way, but yeah, I'll take a bullet to the head. At least that guy is no longer walking about committing any more atrocities. He is fucking dead. That scene was just brilliantly filmed. I felt the fucking tension, every twist and turn they took through that fucking naturally made maze inside the ruins. I knew some bad shit was gonna go down. The second Cole and Hart got separated, I was like, oh no. But yeah, luckily they both survived and got their guy. It's nice to see those two detectives as well finally know that Cole wasn't in any way involved. They'd been banking on that this entire season, but fair play to them. When they got the evidence to the contrary at the end, they were the first people to hold their hands up and say, thank you, you led us to the right guy. And Cole's friend kept his word and made sure that shit went out to all the press and newspapers, so there was no way any other members of that family could cover it up or anything like that. It's all out there now. And yeah, the scenes after that at the hospital were just fucking quite moving. It was great to see Hart's family show up and make sure he was okay. There's still a part of me which thinks it was suggesting that Hart and his wife could one day get back together, which would be great to see just for the sake of the kids obviously, and the fact they both clearly still love one another very much. Yes, Hart has made many a mistake in the past, but here's hoping that he has transcended that part of his personality and can now live a life of loyalty to his family. Some people say a leopard doesn't change their spots. That is sometimes true. That is also sometimes not true, and some people can truly change, and sometimes it is truly for the better. And I like to think in my head that after this, Hart is a fully changed for the better man and he got back with his family. Now that may be completely wrong, but that is the fictional, post-show story that I'm putting in my head, and I'm allowed to do that, so fuck you guys. And yeah, wow, Matthew McConaughey's acting, so touching, that speech he gave about as he faded into the blackness. He felt a deeper blackness beneath that, but it was warm because he could feel his dead daughter and his dead relatives there waiting for him. I'm not a religious person myself, but hey, if I die one day and I feel that, I would fucking love it. I don't expect to feel anything. I think it'll be a lot more bleaker than that, but I'd like to think what Matthew McConaughey was explaining actually happens. That would be great. Even if we go to the void, it would be great to feel me going together with all my loved ones. But regardless, I'm ready for the void. Bring it on, nothingness. Let's go. And to be honest, that's how I've always felt about nothingness anyway. Like, to me, atheism's a tough thing sometimes to wrap your head around. But the way I've always came to peace with it is, if it's good enough for all my idols and heroes who are dead, and if it's good enough for all my loved ones who have passed away, then even if it is nowhere, I am honoured to be going there with those people. Even if it's nothing, I'll be there with them. Nowhere. And that's good enough for me. But I don't know if they were hinting at Cole having some sort of religious change at the end, but he definitely felt something he probably wasn't expecting as he was dying there. And it's such a shame we don't get these guys in season 2, because there was hints at, them coming back for the sequel. Cole did mention they didn't get them all. He seems like a bit of a changed man. Him and Hart are back to being as buddies as they were in the 90s. I would have loved to have seen them continue this, but as I said last episode, it is very hard to capture lightning in a bottle twice, so it's fine that they left it in this, because this shit was classic. But alas, with all things so great, it makes people want more of that greatness, and a lot of great things attempt to do it again, only to sully the greatness which they had in the beginning by releasing an inferior product. So the fact that this moved on from these two characters is good, because we can always remember these episodes as just 8 classic episodes, a very unique, interesting story with great characters, and it will never be tainted or sullied. And we gotta be happy with that. I wish I could erase the memory of Arnold Schwarzenegger putting on them stupid star sunglasses and doing his horse-faced smile in Terminator 3. But alas, I can't, because the shit got made and released. We will never see Matthew McConaughey put on silly star sunglasses, find God and fucking be a completely different guy, because that's the end of this series, and that's perfect. One question though. Do the future series still investigate these people involved with this crime? Because if it does, I would seriously be interested in continuing this series at some point. I want to see all these perpetrators go down. If they move on to a different case, let me know in the comments, but if they don't and they stick with this case but just different detectives, it is definitely something I would like to see. Even if there's a dip in quality, I want to see all the perpetrators of this group of fucking kidnappers and murderers and sacrificers brought to justice. So let me know if that's something they follow, and if it's completely different crimes as well. And I'm not going to do another video for this, so I guess I'll just give a quick series summary. From the start, I knew this was above the average TV show, just because of the uniqueness of the characters. Hart, perhaps not so unique, but when in combination with such an interesting character in Cole, that clash of two detectives made every scene between them gold. Such conflicting ideologies and approaches to life, and when you put those two guys in a tight, constrained space and force them to have conversations, you get absolutely legendary dialogue. And that's one of the strongest points of this series. Whoever wrote this is a really gifted writer, because I found so much of the dialogue fucking incredibly clever, razor sharp, without being clever to the point that it's clearly not the way two people would actually converse. I've done this myself. I've wrote dialogue and I thought, yeah, this is very clever, but it's too clever for it to be off-the-cuff responses back and forth. So it takes away from the natural and realistic interactions that human beings actually have with one another, and I had to force myself to dumb down the dialogue for it to sound like an actual conversation people were having. This both had really clever shit while making it always sound like a conversation which would naturally occur between people of those personality types. It's a really hard thing to do, and I have to applaud the writer of this show for getting that dialogue that great while keeping it that natural. The entire setting was unique to me. I've not seen much shit which focuses on the bayous or Louisiana. I've seen a few horror films. Like I said, one of my favourite non-hip-hop songs is Amos Moses. I fucking love the song Amos Moses. But that's basically my experience of the Louisiana bayous before this show. So it was such a great setting to hold it in, and just a murder mystery which slowly unravelled. There's a lot of shows like that, but this did it in a very, very unique way, I found. I was speaking to someone this week who said that upon rewatches they found this series quite boring. I mean, I guess if you just were to intake this show at a surface level, that might be the case, but I found all these characters, single sentences and dialogue exchanges so interesting and unique. I think I would get more from this show upon watching it multiple times, which is something I'm definitely going to do in the future. I'll actually love to see this show again. I can't believe I missed the guy with scars on his face earlier on in the show. I want to actually see that clip on YouTube after I finish this review. I cannot believe I missed it. The cinematography throughout the show was top level. The direction was top level. I love it when a TV show goes above and beyond with things like that, because to me that's what separates good TV shows nowadays from good TV shows like 20-30 years ago. You have to tip your hat to Sopranos. I guess they started the high cinematic television show thing. It was a great choice by David Chase, the Sopranos director, to choose to put a lot of his budget toward things like soundtrack and to actually film on 35mm. Both of those added a cinematic quality to it, and because of its success, any television show with a decent budget nowadays follows that blueprint and goes for high cinematic quality, and this had it throughout the whole show. I would describe it as just like really classily filmed, edited, sound design. Everything was just pristine, of the highest quality, and it just added to the already interesting story. And not every show truly builds to a satisfying crescendo, which this did. This whole last episode was just so tense, and then we got a little bit of the fallout, which I really wanted to see. I didn't want the show to just cut to black after they shot that dude in the head. I wanted to see a bit of the fallout, and it was just done perfectly and left me walking away feeling incredibly satisfied by the entire series as a whole. This is top level television, and if you haven't seen this show yet, you have to see this show. It's so good. And brace yourselves, because next week a new journey begins. That is right, we are starting Deadwood. It has been voted by both my Patreons and people on YouTube. Everyone wants to see me react to Deadwood, and if you want it, you get it. So stay tuned, because next week we are beginning with episode 1 of Deadwood. And until then, if you've liked this video, click like, subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this, ring the bell to be notified as to when they drop. If there's anything you want to talk about, comment down below, and share this around to anybody you think might appreciate it or want to watch this series of reactions along with us. My Patreon link is down in the description. If you become a patron, you get access to my blog, you get access to these reactions I put on YouTube a month and a half in advance, and you also get access to full-length versions of everything I react to. So consider becoming a patron, it helps me and my channel out so much, and until next time, I have been BA, peace.